This is a movie.
Keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies.
Listen to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
About some goddamn movies on the goddamn Matt and Mark Show. Hello, everyone. Hello. Fuck it. That's how I'm going to start the show. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Could you imagine, dude? You're like, who the fuck is this lady from Queens hosting a fucking movie podcast?
Hello, everybody.
This week, we're going to be talking Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Dude. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
Ah, shit, you redid it? Come on. You got to stick with your guns and keep that open.
I'm keeping that open. I'm keeping the lady from Queens open. Hello. This week, we'll be reviewing Thrash, the new movie by Tommy Wirkola. It's a Netflix original. We don't review many Netflix originals on this show, probably for good reason.
Dude, when was the last time we did, actually?
That's a... Oh, fuck. I should have done my fucking homework.
Was it that, like...
What's the last original we did?
Was it something with the new Captain America? There was like some Netflix kind of war movie.
Tomorrow War or something like that. Didn't we do Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt? That was a long time ago, but that was an Amazon Prime original.
Did we?
And then I want to say that was like early in the show. Like,
yeah, that's
like
super
episode
early.
28 or 29 or something really stupid. And I remember we did another Amazon Prime original. We did, remember when Michael B. Jordan did his like Tom Clancy movie? We reviewed that.
Oh, yes,
remember
that's
that?
right, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we've done a streaming original movie on this show in a while. It's been a long... I'm sure somebody in the Instagram comments will be like, you guys did this. I just don't know.
I know we have had conversations about how they look off. You know,
Yes.
They're like, it's a movie with a big budget, but it still looks weird and not like a movie, but kind of like a TV movie, but not a TV movie. It's fucking really odd.
It looks like a motion billboard at the airport. Yes, so we're reviewing Thrash, a new Netflix original movie. You know why? Because it's Jaws knockoffs June 2. No, I'm kidding. I wanted to watch a shitty shark movie.
That'd be funny. It was a totally secretive, out of the blue, another one.
It was a backdoor Revenge of Jaws knockoff June. No, it's not a return to Jaws knockoffs June, but it is a shitty shark movie called Thrash that Mark and I are going to be talking about. But first, we got to do some housekeeping. You know how we do.
I was watching the podcast.
With Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Dude. Wait, before we even get to fucking housekeeping, I have been on the shittiest run, like the most dog shit run of new horror movies. I've attempted now 3 new horror movies, and each of them has sucked donkey dicks.
Wait,
All 3.
Are you going to list them, or are you going to be like, there's just no Rex for you?
I can list them now if you'd like. I can list them
can
now
you
if you'd
please?
like.
I would love to hear this, actually.
So the last 3 horror movies I've watched, they're all 2026 horror movies, and they all blow.
Oh, man.
Faces of Death 2026 I watched. I went to the theater to go support it because I was like, this seems cool. And that sucked. I had a whole text conversation with Mark. I want to say this was like a week ago or something. I went to go see it like opening day. I was like, this is so weird. It's not going to last in the theater beyond a weekend. Let me go out and support it. Support new horror, people. Even when it sucks.
You're basically double speaking.
Yeah.
These are garbage.
I'm gaslighting you. I'm gaslighting you, the audience. I saw Faces of Death 2026. It was not good. So generic.
Oh, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there one redeeming quality to each of these?
There's one redeeming quality in one of them. In the first two, there is none.
Oh,
I would say there is
man.
no redeeming quality in Faces of Death 2026. I think it is a complete missed opportunity. I think it is boring and generic. They took like a great concept for a movie and they did nothing with it. They made like the most generic paint by numbers slasher movie. It's not
Oh,
even
man.
interesting. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And it has like all that whole backstory and like
yes. It's a
that
great
pulpiness of
concept.
the original.
Yeah,
It
dude,
almost
makes
felt like the
smarter.
original was like 8mm, where they're like, we gotta find
Yes.
out who's killing these fucking people.
Dude, oh my god, I fucking love 8mm. Dude, Nick Cage is the fucking man, but that's a classic Nick Cage right there. Classic.
Oh yeah, you know what? I will watch that shit tonight.
Rewatch that shit. Face of Death 2026, that was the first one. Okay, bad. And then I went to go see Lee Cronin's The Mummy, and that also sucked. It was so bad.
Man,
It was so
I was
bad.
really looking forward to that too.
I was too.
legit wanted to see
I was
that.
too because I love Universal monster movies. I also love mummy movies. We don't get enough mummy movies. And I liked Evil Dead Rise a lot, which was the director's last movie.
Oh, that was fantastic. Yeah.
This is not good, this movie. I got to tell you. Lee Cronin's The Mummy is not good. It's an Evil Dead movie masquerading as it's not a mummy movie. It's an Evil Dead movie. So apparently this guy has one gear. He makes Evil Dead movies, and that's cool when you're making an Evil Dead movie. It's not cool. Basically, I got burned. Like, I was sold a mummy movie. That's what I wanted, and I did
Yeah.
not get that. I got Evil Dead. So I was not into that as much.
Did he write it, by the way?
He wrote it as well, yeah. Which is
Wait,
not
so
good.
are you saying this is like so is this Evil Dead in a bad way then? Because Evil Dead, you say Evil Dead, it's an Evil Dead movie.
I
And
love
I'm
Evil
thinking,
Dead.
that sounds fucking
Yes,
great.
I love Evil Dead, but to me, again, I think it would be the equivalent of this. Like, let me think of two things you like. Okay, I got it. Mark,
Evil Dead.
you like monkey bread, and I also know that you like Shaolin Bao, right? Soup dumplings, right? And
That shit's the bomb.
Mark, if all weekend I was like, Mark, we're gonna go fucking eat Shaolin Bao. Mark, we're gonna go eat Shaolin Bao, and you were fucking psyched, and then we showed up, and even the restaurant was like, welcome to the Shaolin Bao, right? You'd be like, this is fucking great, I can't wait, right? And all day you've been loading up on sugar because you thought you were here to eat a super savory soup dumpling meal. And when they bring it out to you and you order the Shaolin Bao, Mark, they present to you monkey bread. Now, you like monkey bread, and you would probably enjoy some of it. But to me, the truth is, I bet you would be a little pissed off if you were like, I was kind of promised this.
Have you seen my monkey bed post? I love that shit.
Monkey bread might have been the wrong thing. I realized as I said it, I've stepped into a trap. I was like, he likes both. He would just
Let
be
me
equally
list
happy.
the greatest
Yeah.
dessert ever made.
Basically,
As a
Mark,
thing you
okay,
would possibly
I
make.
promised you monkey bread, and then you get there, and what I
And
have
Shaolin Bao.
no, it's a candy bar wrapper, and when you open the candy bar wrapper, dog shit is inside. That's what it is. That's Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Holy shit. So it's like a shit version of the Evil Dead.
Yes, because the movie doesn't know what it wants to be, and it makes so many, like, you know how Evil Dead Rise was like so tonally consistent. It just like knew what it was, and it was proud to be just over the top, crazy, gory.
Yeah.
You can get away with that with Evil Dead. In The Mummy, it was like he was trying to play it so grounded and real and shit. And then you would get these crazy Evil Dead moments. And you would be like, what the fuck are we even doing here?
Oh, got it.
Yes, it's like
Is it
that.
kind of an attempt at the horror film director trying to like, I'm going to elevate my craft so people know that I'm a serious filmmaker to contend with.
Yes.
And then it's just like this odd mixture of like, it's like you can see they're trying to do both and it just doesn't mesh
doesn't gel. It doesn't gel. Yeah. It was just a bummer. Also, it's super long. And you know when you see a bad movie
Fuck.
it already feels long because it's bad, and then you couple that with the fact that it's got like a 2-hour, 20-minute runtime. Dude, I felt like I was at the...
God, wait, what?
Dude, it's so long, Mark. I felt like I was in that fucking
shit.
theater for like 4 hours. I was like, get me out of Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh, can I ask you a question actually regarding that?
Ask me whatever you want.
When the movie's too long, right? Do you do that thing in your head where you're checking off things from the trailer? So you're like, okay, that scene's done.
Yep.
Okay, that scene's done. That means I can leave soon. It never ends.
I also do the thing too because I have old man bladder where I'm like, all right, I won't touch this water until the last 20 minutes of the movie. So, dude, like I've watched so many movies after a life of watching movies. I kind of know when the last act is about to happen, and I don't need to look at a watch, and I'm like, all right, now I can drink water. There was definitely a moment in Lee Cronin's The Mummy where I was like, I had the smart water waiting, dude, the whole movie, just staring at me like a man in the desert. I was so fucking thirsty.
Your
Looking
lips
at the
are
water.
dry.
Dude, yeah, dude. I was all crusty. I looked like E.T. at the end of
You're
E.T.
turning into the mummy.
I was literally turning
It's
into
like
the
there's
mummy.
a mummy on screen and in the theater.
And in row L, look at that fat mummy. You ever seen a fat mummy before? Dude, and I knew it was clear. It was like, okay, this is
The
definitely
hieroglyphics are just you eating monkey bread.
yeah. Those aren't hieroglyphics. Those look like ding dongs. Dude, I He's not holding a staff. He's holding a giant breadstick. Dude, I kind of felt like I was like, okay, it's clear that like the movie is leading up now to the last stretch of 20 minutes, and that's when I finally broke that smart water open, and I was like, oh, thank you for this.
Oh, wait. So, by the way, are you just not knowing the runtime and trying to predict the last 20 minutes?
Oh, yeah, that's what I
Or-
do. That's what I do, 100%.
So you don't like knowing the runtime. You're just like,
I would prefer not to unless it is egregious. If it's like a 3.5-hour movie, I need to know that shit up front. Right? If it's Killers of the Flower Moon, you need to announce it several times up front, right? But if it's
Yeah,
like
no,
2.5
that's true.
hours, that's fine. That's okay. I could do 2.5.
dude, I've been trying to watch Dances with Wolves for like 20 something years. But every time I hit the play on it, I forget that it's like 3 hours and 50 minutes.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
dude.
"Gosh, I don't want to fucking watch
That's
this."
one of those you have to watch in several sittings. You got to watch that like over a weekend in like
It's a
3 different
mini-series.
sittings. Basically, yeah. Welcome back to the thrilling conclusion of Dances with Wolves on ABC Family. That's totally what that is. So yeah, so I got Face of Death 2026, Lee Cronin's The Mummy, and I was like, fuck, 2 shitty fucking new horror movies.
Oh, man.
And that brings us to today. I'll talk about that later. I'll talk
Oh,
about that
can I
later.
ask you a question, though? So
Yeah.
those two were not the redeeming quality movies.
No.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I'll just say that. So I've been on a real dog shit run. So I was cautiously optimistic for Thrash, and we'll let you know how that goes. But let's do some housekeeping.
Oh, wait, are we doing predictions? Are we going to do predictions?
No. We still have to do housekeeping.
I was watching the
Oh, that's right.
podcast.
There we go.
Oh,
We're
I
watching the
forgot this guy.
podcast. Yeah, dude. You don't.
I was watching
There
the
he is.
podcast.
There he is. Look, housekeeping people at the Matt and Mark Movie Show on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. We're on YouTube. Like and subscribe to us
YouTube.
there. All of our
Hype that
episodes.
shit.
Dude, like it. Hype it. Hype the video.
Comment on it.
Comment, share it, subscribe it, slap it, rub it, moon it, lick it, feel it, sense it, sniff it. Do all those
That
things.
sounded
to
like
the
a
YouTube
perfume ad.
video. To the YouTube video. All of our episodes, including our oldest episodes, are on YouTube in some way, shape, or form. So they're usually going to be the audio only on YouTube, or they're going to be sometimes video. But if you're a person who listens to podcasts on YouTube, you're going to have a good time. Mark is on TikTok. I'll put his link below in the show notes. He's Mr. Mantras.
Thank you,
Follow
sir.
him there if you like. Hey, we have a voicemail. That voicemail is
Oh,
707. No, we have a voicemail
Ah,
in general, Mark. We do not have a message.
podcast guy called.
No.
Fuck.
Voicemail 707-948-6707. Call, leave us a message. We'll play it on the show. And that's about it. Mark. We can play predictions if you want. Should we play predictions for Thrash?
I'm
Yeah.
down, actually. That's always
All right.
fun. I
So
feel
look-
as though I can't tell if you'll like this one or not,
Let
so
me-
it'll be a fun
Let
guess.
me find some good background noise for our predictions because you know how we do. When we play predictions, we need to take a couple seconds to write down the prediction. We don't want to rush through and fucking, you know, we're not automatons. We need 10, 15 seconds to write shit down. So
we're not used to writing.
Yeah, we don't handwrite shit. This ain't Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep doing that. I don't give a shit. Here we go. I have something
I'm gonna
appropriate.
get a piece of paper.
I have something appropriate. So since we have a shark movie on deck for today, how about some shark background music?
Shark music.
Courtesy
it's just people
of
screaming.
Yeah, no, it's shark background music, Mark. Courtesy of our friends, the Street Sharks.
Oh shit! Yes.
Dude, I forgot about that wicked saxophone solo.
I mean, those things were fucking dope. Didn't they have a toy line that was like super cool?
Yeah, dude, it's the clip we play. It's what Vin Diesel is
that's
playing
the Vin
with
Diesel
in the
one.
clip. Yeah, dude, he's
Man, that's so weird.
Hey, Assbot, where the fuck is the clip?
Head shark!
Thank you, Jesus. Yes, that's the famous clip. So there's a street sharks. There's a street shark, dude. If you have a street shark, bro, your evening is over.
Dude, have you ever had a street shark?
Yeah, I've had a street shark. It's been a few years. It's been a few years, but
and you gotta like hobble home so if you don't get a fucking stain on your shorts,
dude,
so
that's
people don't see shit.
I remember my worst shark ever was at film school. Because I had been drinking all night the night before, and I was like up for 36 hours, and I was walking to class because I was a fucking stupid 19-year-old kid, and I was like dancing around like an idiot, like ba ba da ba da, and eating nothing but mozzarella sticks and stupid shit. And I went to fart because we were outside, and I was like, nobody will hear my fart with the wind gusting through the trees, and it wasn't a fart, and I felt this hot matter in my in my undies, and I was like, oh no. To like crawl home, miss the class. So one of those times, and then you know how it is because you're at college, right? Everybody has to fucking announce everything. So like if something embarrassing happens to you and you miss a class, the next time you see people, you're out, right? And they'll be like, where were you? Why didn't you show up to photo class or whatever stupid shit? And you can't tell them it's because I shit my drawers. So, like, you gotta make something up, and then people know you're making shit up. It's fucking awful.
Like, my grandma died.
Yeah. Didn't your grandma die already? How many grandmas you got?
A lot. I was adopted twice.
I got a lesbian grandma. I got many grandmas, so it's like I got 4 times as many grandmas as you. Yeah, I shat myself pretty bad at Pratt. It was bad.
I did that on the way to Hank's class, but he had that policy. If you miss 2 classes, you lose a letter grade. Dude, I was in the ARC building.
No.
And I think I had too many 2 Boots pizza with you. And of course, I didn't live on campus. And I just fucking farted. And it's like pizza oil just blasted into my shorts. And I was just shoving all these like toilet paper. It just wouldn't. This fucking oily
what did you do,
globs.
dude? What did you do?
I just was inside the fucking bathroom in the ARC building as the time ticked down, and I think I was like a half hour in the toilet, just like trying to get rid of this fucking oily shit. and then I was just like, you know what?
Are you having like a stressful?
Late. I'm already getting docked.
You're stressing on the toilet because you're like, I'm fucked. They've
and
already
I also
started
hate
class.
being in a toilet having to do with anything shit related in public, you know?
Dude.
And then the thing is, he also had that other policy. If you were late to class, it was considered a missed class.
It was a miss.
So I was like, I'm fucked anyway. So I just went right home. I shoved a whole bunch of like tissues into my ass crack so my pants wouldn't stain. And I took a 2-hour train ride home.
With shitty underwear? Why wouldn't you just throw the underwear away? Why would you leave them
I
on?
thought it was this protective barrier between
To the
it
pants?
was holding. No, it was holding because back in the day, like super tight pants weren't in. So there was no contact between the underwear and like my legit pants. So I was using the underwear
Oh, it's
as
like
a
a
way
net,
to
like a net
it
system,
had to
basically.
bolster the like
The
handfuls
crap
of toilet paper that I had shoved
of
into my
shitty
shit
toilet paper.
canyon.
Dude, let me tell you something straight up.
Dude,
When
when
I-
I got back, that toilet paper was orange.
When I
It was fucking
Jesus,
gross.
you were like, "Yep, that's too much pizza." Dude, when I shat myself at college, let me tell you, even though I was able to get to my dorm and had access to a washing machine and a shower, I immediately threw my underwear away. Wait, here's the worst part. I threw it away, okay? Took a shower, washed all the disgusting Lee Cronin mummy shit off of me. And then I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I left the dorms, okay? And then I remembered I don't live alone. So someone's gonna find a pair of shitty boxers
Oh shit!
in the garbage can and be like, "What the fuck is this?" So I had to turn around, return to my room. The suite mates are like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" They weren't there 15 minutes ago. And I was like, "Hey, nothing. I'm taking out the garbage." And they're like, "No, we can handle it. Don't worry about it." I was like, "No, trust me. I will handle this." I'm hungover. I've just recently shat myself. My life feels like it's over, and now I have to stop what I'm doing to take the fucking garbage out. That got thrown away. It got thrown away. That's my general rule. If you shit in the underwear, they get tossed.
Here's a funny story regarding throwing on. My brother used to work in Singapore. Dude, people in Singapore, the food there will give you diarrhea. So at some point you will get diarrhea. Not because the food is like, it's unclean, but there's a lot of spices and,
Yeah, sure.
there's like, yeah.
And you're
So anyway,
traveling,
Yeah. My brother was working, he assembled office furniture for buildings. So, he one time took the stairwell going up to this office building. Someone had shit their pants. And instead of just throwing it in a garbage like you did, like a normal human, they just threw it at a wall in the stairwell. So there was just like
It stuck to the wall?
And
Did
I
it just
remember seeing this photo, no, it crumpled to the floor, and there was just, dude, someone took like a legit pile in their pants, fucking threw it at the wall. It fell off, flopped on the floor, and they just fucking left it there.
And you were like, "Welcome to Singapore, bitch."
Yeah, and I think my brother took a photo of it, so it's disgusting.
Dude, in Singapore, dude, I'm surprised they did that because Singapore threw you in
That guy
jail
got
for that
caned.
shit. Yeah, I was gonna say,
he's
Singapore
dead.
is like, don't they call it the fine city because you will get fined like if you don't fucking flush the toilet, if you don't take out the garbage, right? Isn't Singapore known for like they'll fine your fucking
Oh
ass?
yeah. By the way, and it's not like fines. It's like if you get a parking ticket in New York City, for example, it's like $60. There, if you do shit like that, it's like $1,000. It's like 300. It's a pretty expensive. There's like a really smelly fruit called a durian.
Oh
And
yes.
I think it was like $500 if you brought it on the subway because it smells so
You
bad.
get fined for buying the fruit? Oh
No,
my
you
God.
can't. You can't
transport it.
on the MRT. Yeah,
Got
you're
it.
supposed to
Got it.
I
was gonna say that feels like entrapment if you're like selling the fruit that you know is
at
then
the
going to
subway
get
station,
you
and the
fined.
cops like, "Are you working with the cops?"
Yeah, if you're a cop, you have to tell me. I've been tricked before. Yeah, dude, I'm surprised. So wait, if you pay the fine, like if you get $1,000 fine for throwing your shitty underwear at the wall, right? Do you also get some sort of corporal punishment, or the fine alleviates that?
Well, some of them you get both.
Jesus.
So you get an exorbitant fine, and you get your fucking
You would
ass
think
lashed.
one would offset the other. Like if you were like, "Hey, I paid $400. Can I have like 3 less
No,
whippings?"
there's no mercy in Singapore. Like the American government and the Australian government are like, "Please, can you return our citizens?" And they're like, "No." Like, here's their body bags. Like, Jesus Christ.
He sharded himself at a screening of Lee Cronin's The Mummy. He must be properly dealt with by the authorities.
But I got it from the Hawker Center here. They don't care. It's like,
Smack, smack,
Dude.
smack.
have you ever seen, like, accidentally on, like, Reddit, someone posts one of these canings? They
No.
are fucking intense. It's
No.
basically, it, like, rips your skin open.
Oh,
You
I'm
can't
sure, dude.
sit after this shit.
It's like when Johnny Rico gets lashed in Starship Troopers.
Oh, shit. That's right.
That's what I always
except
think
on
of.
the ass.
On the ass
It's on
crack.
the ass.
Right on the ass where you sharded. That's where the crime was committed. So that's where the crime was committed. That's where you shitted. And that's where you get fucking lashed out. Kabam! Welcome to Singapore. Hey, so we played predictions. It was a really long bout of us playing predictions. Mark has written his prediction down. I have written my prediction down. We have not discussed the movie beforehand. We will reveal our predictions after the review of Thrash. First, before we talk Thrash, quickly, I want to talk about the writer-director of Thrash, Tommy Wirkola. I'm a big fan of this guy. We've actually...
Me too.
You too?
Dead Snow.
Dude, Violent Night, which we've reviewed on this.
Yeah, Violent
show.
Night. Awesome.
Go check out our Violent Night episode. I'm also a fan. I know people don't like this one, but I actually really like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. I find it really fun.
Yeah, that's
and
a super
campy.
fun movie.
Super fun movie. But I've loved almost every Tommy Wirkola movie. I think the only one I was like not a super fan of was Dead Snow 2. I think that was the only one I was like a little lukewarm on. The other ones I think are all great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did the sequel. And now he's back with Thrash, an original for Netflix, which I found out, by the way, was supposed to be a theatrical movie. That's why it has a Sony tag at the beginning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That, by the way, that threw me off because if I recall correctly, the Sony logo comes in first.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I was like, I saw that and I paused the movie immediately, and I was like, wait a minute, is this an acquisition? And it was apparently. So you know that Sony has a deal with Netflix because they're the one studio that doesn't have their own streamer. They don't have Warner's has HBO Max, Disney has Disney Plus, etc. Universal has Peacock, right? Sony just instead of doing that, it's actually really smart. They just like directly offload their shit to Netflix. So Netflix by default is like the Sony streaming service. That's why you'll notice all the Sony movies are there. So they put up Thrash, and apparently they were going to release it theatrically last year, but it sat on a shelf, and I don't know what happened. Somebody just decided, hey, we want to sell the movie off, and Netflix bought it as part of their...
Well, by the time they're going to release it now, it's like now they're going to have to compete against Rennie Harlin's Shark movie.
Yes. You know? And that's what I thought was weird, though, because I was like, this is supposed to be a theatrical movie, but there's only one big name actor in it. Jimon Hansu is like the only recognizable person. Every other person is either like some brand new face, some no name person, or they are a streaming actor. That's why I was like, oh, this is a streaming, like it's like the girl. I read that the pregnant girl that's in the movie, she's from Bridgerton. The other girl is from some other Netflix show. So I was like, oh, they're picking people from in-house. They're populating their movies. No, that's not.
Oh yeah, HBO I know does that shit a lot.
Just a weird coincidence.
Oh, it's like the HBO cast.
Yes,
it's kind of cool though.
They're like, we gotta cast Sydney Sweeney. It's HBO. You know what we gotta see. You know why the people are here.
It's for her politics.
It's for her amazing candor and political punditry.
What's the perfect word that you could use?
She's like a regular Jon Stewart. Yes. So Jimon Hansu is the only big name in this movie. We have a cast of unknowns. And here's the short story of Thrash that I'm going to fill you people in on. Because I know if it's a streamer, not everybody has Netflix. You may not know what this is. Here's the setup. A hurricane. Let me see if this sounds familiar, Mark. A hurricane hits a small southern town. And because of that hurricane, a wild animal is then like released into the situation and causes more damage than the storm does. Now, I could be talking about the movie today, which is Thrash, or I could be talking about another movie that came out a few years ago called Crawl, which is essentially the same movie.
I love that fucking movie. Yeah.
I fucking love Crawl, dude. How good is Crawl?
I remember going to see that in the theater, and I was like, "Oh man, this is exactly what I wanted in a movie."
Yes, that's because Alexander Aja, who made that, is so good with that shit. I kept thinking about him today because I watched Thrash today, and I was all fucked up from the dentist, and I was like, I'm just gonna go home and watch Thrash, and I kept thinking of
And
Alexander
drool
Aja
on myself.
because I was like, he made Crawl, which is essentially the same movie, and then he made another movie. He made Piranha 3D, which was the remake of Piranha. And both of
Also
those
fun.
movies, very fun. Both of those movies show you two different sides of what I think are like the recipe that you need if you're going to do like a When Animals Attack movie. I won't even call it a creature feature. Like if you're going to do a big animal movie, you either need to do one of two things. And Alexander Aja did both. You can either go the super serious suspenseful route like Crawl, or you can go for the
Ghost
over
in
the
Darkness
top
style.
yeah, or you can go over the top, blood, guts, fun, crazy shit like Piranha 3D. So, which do you think Thrash did, Mark?
I kind of, you know what it is? I feel as though it did both.
Yes, I would agree with this.
Here's the thing. It's tonally, it's mixed because, and I actually didn't mind this, to be honest, because it has the look and feel aesthetically of a serious movie. It's got that like, kind of almost monochromatic bluish color palette,
Yep.
Very moody lighting. You'll find that like the movies that make it more of like a fun experience, they have a tendency to be brighter, flatly lit. This one's like very atmospheric. But you can tell it's like it's doing this atmospheric stuff, but some of the actors within that are doing the B movie acting thing.
Yes.
So it's like you get the look and tonal feel of something that's bigger budget and more in like the A-list category. But then the characters themselves fall into like the B movie tropes. And to be honest, that threw me off at first. And in fact, let me say this before. I have not heard of this movie until you recommended it. So I kind of was like, I'm going to go in cold. So when I first started playing it and it has that little crawl at the beginning, which I always love, it kind of like gives it it just like grounds the movie. And it's like, oh, here's some facts about, nature and storm. So I was like, I thought this was just going to be like a kind of small disaster movie in a small town. And when that first shark jumped out and ate somebody, I was like, holy shit. And I'll be honest, the kills in this aren't cartoony and fun. They're very gory. They're very realistic. And they're kind of just, to me, they're a bit disturbing. Like, I didn't want to go in the water after seeing some of those things. Like, when that first guy with the beard gets dragged around that's trying to get to the car, and the pregnant lady's trapped after that crazy, horrific trailer crash, and like a bunch of characters doing really stupid things. Like, the guy just drives right into a fucking wave and gets his like rig wrecked.
Mark, he doesn't just drive into a wave. It's a man driving a tractor trailer full of what I guess is meat juice. It's just chum. He's driving from a meat processing plant. It's filled with meaty goop. That's what the truck is filled with. And so the minute that fucking truck jackknifes and it like gets cracked onto the side of a tree, all that chum comes out in the storm surge.
Yeah, the whole water turns like brownie and like reddish brown and gross. Like someone diarrheaed in that shit.
Like someone sharted on the way to class. Yes. Mark, I'm going to tell you, I could not agree more with what you're saying. It tries to do both. He tried to make a Crawl and a Piranha 3D, and I don't think he was as successful because I thought the Piranha 3D moments, i.e. those were the moments I wanted because I was like, ooh, when I hear the words Tommy Wirkola shark movie, I was like, this is going to be crazy like Dead Snow. It's going to be super over the top. It's going to be really silly and fun and campy. It'll be super gory. There'll be some scares, right? But like, I was kind of surprised, to me at least, those moments are few and far between. Like, if you would not have told me that Tommy Wirkola directed this movie, I wouldn't have known because it's a very serious movie. And then there'll be these like Tommy Wirkola moments and it feels so out of place to me. Like, I was trying to describe this to Jess because she was like, did you have a good time watching the movie? I couldn't tell. And I was like, it's a very watchable movie, but it is extremely forgettable. Like, And I guess that's a streamer movie, right? It's like you watch it, you ingest it, and it's gone by the time the movie's over.
Man, that's scary. It's like a consumerist thing rather than like a piece of
A piece of art,
essentially,
yeah,
which it could be, because look at fucking Jaws. There is really no excuse. If you wanted to go
yeah.
make something more artistic, you can. This one I feel falls more into that piranha category, because even though there's sharks and there's effects and shit, the one thing I feel as though this movie doesn't deliver on is sharks.
Yes.
You don't really see them outside of dorsal fins, and it has that very much piranha feel where it's like anytime you hear the piranhas, it's just a fucking sound effect and you never see anything, or it's an abstracted image. There's very few times you actually get to see sharks. So it's a bit disappointing in that regard, because I mean, yes, if it's the reason why Jaws is scary, is you do get to see this fucking shark and it's tracking people down, and that's what makes it imposing. But as much as, yes, when you're making things and it's like the killer's obscured, that works more with humans, I feel. When it comes to animals, it feels like you want to see
gotta
them
see it.
because
Yeah,
they're like
I
these
agree.
powerful creatures, It's like
Yeah.
you're depriving the audience of that. And you don't want to just see stuff happening underwater and an aftermath. It's almost like a tease.
Yeah, you need
So
to
it's
vary
sort
that
of like
shit.
delivers but doesn't. Yeah.
I would agree with that big time. I was thinking too, of course, I love Jaws, but I was like, why is it so, why? I was thinking of this. I'm like, there's like 3 or 4 good, decent shark movies, and there's like 159 shitty shark movies. And I would definitely put Thrash into the shitty shark movie category. It aspires to more. In fact, it aspires to be Jaws so much, it literally repeats, like, doesn't even hide it. Like, the whole bit where they're like, the main girl who's like super agoraphobic because her mom died or whatever, and their whole thing where she has to shoot the shark at the end is literally, it's Brody. It's like, the minute they started to set that up with the home video where the mom's like teaching her how to shoot a gun, I was like, oh Jesus, here we go. I know exactly where this is headed. That was a bit from Jaws. The bit where she has the headlamp on and she's like looking around in the flood, right? And then that trucker suddenly jumps out, like his face, you see it, that jump scare. That's Jaws, dude. That's when they find the fucking guy
When
in the
they're
boat.
looking for the boats. Yeah.
Yes, it's the same fucking shit. And I was like, damn, dude.
And the explosives too. Like when they're throwing the explosives.
Yes. It's just crazy that like that movie came out, what, fucking 51 years ago. And people are still imitating it and they can't get it right. Like they can't do their own thing. They're still following the same formula, which is a little crazy to me. By the way, I think the good shark movies are as follows. Ready? Jaws. Jaws 2. Not even kidding. Deep Blue Sea, Rennie Harlan. I'm not even kidding. And I would even
that's
throw
a fantastic one, yeah.
I would even throw some bones to the original Meg. I like the first Meg. Did not care for Meg 2.
When we saw that, I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
By the way, did you think they were going to do a Deep Blue Sea to, how do you pronounce his name again? I don't want to fuck it up.
Oh, Jimon Hansu. Oh, where he like gets
Hansu,
where he like
he's sitting on the edge. It's like a total setup for it. He's just sitting on the edge of the boat, and he's talking for fucking ever.
Yes.
It's like the longest scene of someone talking, and he's just sitting there.
Is
and
it when
like,
he's telling the story about the hippopotamus? Yeah, dude, I thought for sure. I was like, they're totally gonna pull a Samuel L. Jackson and fucking take him out.
I think I would have liked this movie better if that fucking hippo ate him. Just
100%.
randomly. Just fucking eat the guy, and they're not going to do a sequel probably. I don't think so.
They try to set one up too, which I was like, really? Get real.
Did it feel like they're setting up like Sharknado though? Like
a little
Netflix
bit.
is going to revive Sharknado.
Yeah, but
that's for some reason what I thought that was. I don't know why.
Dude, I think you're absolutely right. They'll just call it something else. It'll be like, Hurricane or something like the canine. It'll be like, yeah, dude, storm sharks. It'll be something stupid. Sharks.
By the way, do you feel as though a lot of people, when it comes to making shark movies, they're like, all right, I'm going to do my research, so I'm going to watch Jaws, and then whether they like it or not, all these scenes just start to like influence how.
Dude, at this point, I would be more impressed if somebody was like, I'm going to watch Jaws 4: The Revenge and remake that. And then nobody knows Jaws 4: The Revenge, so it'll seem like I'm a brilliant. I have a new angle on the shark movie that no one's thought about yet, right? But they just want to remake the classic. I was like, why is it so fucking hard to make a good shark movie now? I don't understand.
Here's my theory on remakes, which is really not much to do with this movie, but it's kind of strange that it's like, okay, remaking classics equals stupid. It's like you're never going to reach that. It's it was created in a certain time that made it a classic. It's like you should be taking shit movies or movies that were sort of good and elevating them. It's like why are you? It's sort of like when they remade like Manchurian Candidate and like
Oh yeah.
Charade. It's
Oh
like, are
yeah.
you
What was
fucking
that called?
kidding me?
It was the truth
The
about
Trouble Charlie, or
Yes.
something like that. Yeah,
The
yeah,
Truth
The
About
Truth About
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
And even they even fuck up the title too. It's like, God, give me a break. Make some shitty movies better.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
know.
What the fuck?
But the other thing too is it's like if you have a shark movie like this where you can just blank slate it and do your own thing, who fucking cares about referencing movies that are iconic? It's
yes.
like
And also
that's not original.
Everybody's done it so much already. Why wouldn't you just pick something else? Like you can get away.
Yeah, even non-Jaws movies take
reference
those
Jaws.
scenes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
even like okay, like we were talking about Alexander Aja and Piranha 3D, which is basically like a full-on remake of Piranha, but like that's a movie that's not as well known. So you can kind of get away with following the same steps because the general public isn't as familiar with Piranha from 1978.
Yeah.
So you can
Plus
get
the
away with
effects
doing
are
that
better
shit.
too, so
Way
you
better.
can show more.
Yeah. Dude, but that's the thing. Like I kept thinking about Piranha 3D, especially with this, because I was like, why am I feeling kind of gypped by this movie? Because I was like, Piranha 3D essentially does the same thing, but does it so much better. Where it'll be like, it'll set up a scenario for you. Like, oh fuck, active water park with people at spring break fucking around. It's hundreds of like co-eds drunk. Oh shit, piranha like feeding frenzy, right? Perfect. Let me tell you what Thrash would do. Thrash would set that scenario up. They would show you all the people on the beach. They would show you all the piranhas starting to come in. And then there would be like one kill, maybe, and then it would cut to a different scene. It knows how to set up the idea. It doesn't know how to pay it off. Like the whole bit, there was a bit that in this movie that frustrated me to no end. They have a whole thing where the pregnant girl is trapped in her car, the floodwaters are rising, and she's yelling to a house that's nearby, help, help, help. And the other girl, who's blatantly going to be like the hero of the movie, has to be convinced to come out to save her. She climbs out of the window, and there's like a house, the storm surge is rushing by. She's got to climb onto like a rooftop, basically platform her way over to the car, okay? That was great. And it took her a lot of courage to cut the roof of the car, right? So that she could pull the pregnant girl out. Okay. Now, to me, just when that scene was getting interesting, I was like, oh, fuck. Now the two of them are going to have to leapfrog back, climb the window, and who knows, the sharks are probably going to feel their vibrations, right? No. She gets her out of the car, it cuts, they're inside the house. I was like, why would you cut the most interesting part of that scene? Isn't that what you would want to see?
Suspenseful. But actually, I was hoping that the movie would be because they have these really nice shots. There's some really good effects work on it, and I believe they also mix in like, actual footage of hurricanes and shit.
Oh yeah.
But they had some nice shots of like the town, and it almost looks like like rocks when you have to jump through a river.
Yes.
This could have been a fucking awesome movie if it was just like, let's get these group of people together, and they have to band together to jump from house to car to house to get out of this flooded area. Instead, we spend so much time in like indoors and people having, what the problem with this? Okay, you compare this to Piranha. Piranha's about people having fun, right? And they're getting attacked. There's something like very jarring about that because it's like an attack is happening when you don't expect it to happen to a group of people that are having a great time. In this movie, everyone has some stupid traumatic past.
Yep.
And it's like, if they get killed, who fucking cares? They're depressed already.
Did you care about any of the people? To me, they were all stereotypes. All I knew about them was the most shallow thing. It was like, okay, pregnant girl is pregnant. Nervous girl has PTSD, doesn't want to go outside. The orphan kids are their foster kids.
They have a shitty foster.
They have a shitty foster family. I literally and Jimon Hansu knows about sharks. That's it. I knew nothing else about those characters.
He's so underutilized, by the way.
He's miscast is the problem.
Yeah,
too, I think.
And he's like a cool dude. He's like, you've seen him in Gladiator and shit. He should have been like this cool old dude that knows about sharks, and he's fucking slaughtering
should
them.
have been
How fucking cool would that be?
He should have been Quint from Jaws. He should have been like the fucking tough guy. Absolutely, 100%. Instead, they made
and
him.
he could totally play that.
I agree.
They just made him weak ass dad that just barely shows up in the movie.
They tried to make him Hooper from Jaws. They tried to make him the scientist guy, and I was like, I'm sorry, Jimon Hansu is not the scientist. He's like a warrior, right? Like,
yeah, he could be both, though. It's like you need someone. This movie lacks someone that's really capable to pull a group through.
Yes, there's no heroes, and there's no one to hang on to. That's the other thing I was thinking about Piranha. I was like, okay, again, to talk about Piranha is you have a bunch of people, and you get to know them. The thing is, it's only interesting to see those sequences when you either care about the people or you're having a lot of fun. And I didn't have much of either of that here. Like, even the fucking foster kids, like, the only thing I liked...
They were so goofy.
They were so goofy. The best part of the movie, in my opinion, is it has to do with them. When they are, like, in their living room is filled up entirely with water, and there's, like, 3 sharks swimming around. There are, like, a ton of sharks in the movie, by the way. There was a certain point where I was like, how many fucking sharks are there? We got 3 sharks in the foster kids' home. There are 3 sharks or 5 sharks swimming around outside of where the pregnant lady is. And it turns out they did pay that off. I was like, oh, okay, there's, like, 50 sharks that are swarming this area. Again, could have been an amazing set piece to see them all feed. That never happens. We only see about 5 at a time.
That's what bothered me. Like you said, it's supposed to be a whole bunch of sharks, but it just feels like a gang of 3 sharks that just went everywhere. Yes. It never feels like there's a shitload of these things.
No.
You know? Even when they have the big reveal of the giant shark, it bites 1 shark and that's it. That would have been a fucking dope scene if it just thrashed everything. You know?
Yes,
this
dude.
Huge beast just killing everything.
I thought they were going to reveal or save that big shark for, like, the wreckage of the meat truck. Like, that it had been feeding constantly in there. And then by the end of the movie, that meat truck would have, like, split in half and that giant shark would come out. And you'd be like, oh, fuck, right? Nope. They never did that.
You know what would have been better for this movie? If that truck was filled with toxic waste, the sharks feed on it, and they turn into these fucking crazy mutants and just start going ultra aggro.
Mark, now you're fucking talking. Now you're talking.
Let's make this fucking movie.
Toxic Jaws. Dude, sign me up. That's a fucking pitch right there. Netflix, if you are listening, Mark has a pitch for you. That is great. Holy shit, man. I would love that.
By the way, you know, it'd be great too. You can originate it in Japan, where that nuclear meltdown was, because all that stuff drifted to California. You can have these sharks, they eat this toxic shit in Japan off the coast or some crap, and then they all fucking come to California, wipe out some small town. This one just felt like it was they went too safe. I think they should have taken a lot more risks, and you know,
it's a lot of setup.
Kill the pregnant lady.
It's a lot of setup with no payoffs. It's just like a lot of like, oh, look at this crazy scenario I concocted. A pregnant lady going into labor while the shark is there. Ooh, what are we gonna do? And then they don't do anything interesting with it. It's like, oh, they get picked up. Her and the baby are fine. Ooh, this crazy thing with a meat truck that gets split in half and it chums the water. Did they do anything else with that meat truck? Nope. We don't even get a shot of the sharks swimming near that truck, by the way, which I think is a complete waste of
what a waste. Yeah,
complete waste.
Like, if that chum, it would have been a funnier scene too if that chum split open on Main Street and just doused all the people in blood, and then the sharks just start going after everyone on Main Street, just like yanking them into the water and shit. But
dude,
it's like, it feels, you know what it is? It feels like they also didn't want to spend money, because it's like, we're always in we're in a small fucking house, or we're in a car.
Yeah, because that's the thing, dude. Disaster movies and weather movies are expensive. You look at that Roland Emmerich shit. You got to have wind machines, rain machines, lightning flash. You got to have big set pieces that can tumble and fall. Like, they spent a little bit of money, but they didn't have that Roland Emmerich money. And that was very obvious.
That Roland Emmerich money.
By
the way, it would be so cool to do, because the concept itself is pretty good. It's a good concept, to be honest. Like, a flood occurs,
it's Crawl,
brings in sharks, they blow up the
they
town.
Just
fucking
took Crawl.
Awesome.
They
it's
took
so
Crawl.
Cool. Yeah,
that's
it's
all.
a great it's
great
a great
concept.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like they hide too much, and it's like it's trying to, I don't know, it's trying to force this serious movie without doing anything serious. Like I'm not. I know it sounds terrible, but you kill the pregnant lady at the beginning. Every character is now unsafe. You have
Yeah.
no clue what's going to happen to them.
Yep.
But in this movie, it's like, yeah, the shitty foster dad gets his comeuppance, but it's kind of like everyone else is there. I didn't feel like they were in danger at any point because you were like, okay, this character can't die because they're not gonna kill this type of character.
Yeah,
It's
they have-
just like, you know,
They have plot
it's
armor.
like the unwritten word, like don't kill the pregnant lady,
Yep.
don't kill your main
Well, that
actor.
was my issue with the
Don't-
pregnant lady and the nervous girl. I was like, they both have plot armor. Therefore, even when the
Yeah.
nervous girl's in the water, the sharks are close by, but they somehow swim right under her. Like there's like a person that is not there, which I thought was total bullshit.
Or she just splits her legs and the shark's just
That's
like,
what I'm talking
I don't
about.
even know you.
Why didn't they even notice her? That was so fucking stupid. Yes, wait. I wanted to say though, really quick. Speaking of the kids and the stepdad, that was the only Tommy Wirkola part of the movie, and it was the one scene I actually liked. Was where the three foster kids are like, they think their foster parents are dead, and they're like, the foster guy's name is Olson, and they're like, you know what? They find out that the foster parents have been cashing these checks. They've been eating steaks and feeding the kids bread and treating them like shit. They're just treating the kids like cash cows, basically. And the kids find out and they're like, what a fucking asshole. And they're like, fuck Mr. Olson. And they all start chanting, fuck Mr. Olson. Fuck Mr. Olson. And then that fucking guy pops out of the water, Mr. Olson.
Dude, I honestly thought he was dead.
Great fucking moment. But see how wild that scene is? That's a Tommy Wirkola scene to me. That and the thing at the end where they make the meat bomb, where the kids are tying the stakes around the dynamite, that felt like a Tommy Wirkola moment too. And I was like, that's what I wanted. I wanted that's the thrash I wanted. Those kind of two scenes. Like, and also too, fuck the pregnant lady, fuck all the other people. I think the movie would have been way better. Because think about it, Crawl only really stars two people. It's the dad and the daughter and the gator. They should have kept it small. Have it just be the foster kids during this hurricane. Have them make the meat bombs. Have them, have to face off with the foster father. That would have been way better. But instead, we keep splitting our time between the pregnant lady, the nervous girl, Jimon Hansu, and the foster kids. And it's not good, dude.
Well, that's what I was going to actually want to say too. I totally agree with you. There's more humans in this cast than sharks.
Yes, that's a great way to put it.
There's too many, and you're not killing a lot. I mean, I was happy that Jimon Hansu survived. I think that was a good subversion of horror tropes, and because you would expect him, he's like, oh, he's the named actor. He's older.
Kill him off.
They just want to kill him off. I'm very happy he survived. But so many of these other cast members, like one of of those three foster kids, one of those motherfuckers should have been eaten.
The little one should have died.
I'm sorry.
He wasn't adding anything to the cast.
Die.
That little kid looked like he was from Hanson. Remember that band, Hanson? I was like, kill that little Hanson kid. That will do the trick, I think, for that group.
And also, there's nothing likable outside of Jimon Hansu. None of the characters are likable enough where you root for their survival.
Yes.
They're kind of like they're either too generic or they're too hateable.
There's too many series. This is what I find with this new crop of streamer movies. There's no more zany side characters. Remember in the 90s, we used to have, Roland Emmerich. All right, dude.
It's like, where's Steve Zahn? God damn it.
Where's Randy Quaid in Independence Day? Where, like, that guy, you wind up rooting. He becomes the secret hero of that movie. You're rooting for him the whole movie. Like, now all these movies want to have everything all serious. There's no character. You don't remember anyone because they're all playing the same boring, two-dimensional person. Like, it sucks.
That's a fucking fantastic point. Yeah, you could probably interchange any of these actors to play any of the different characters, and it wouldn't fucking matter.
Would not matter. You could put anybody in the Jimon Hansu part. You could put anybody in the nervous girl part. Anybody with some kind of screen presence would be great.
You're right. Just having one standout character that does something heroic or something cool. No one does anything where this is the thing. Like, even if your shark movie sucks, there should be at least 3 scenes that you want to rewind and rewatch. And that should be fucking easy to do with this concept.
Agreed.
At no point in this movie was I like, I'm going to rewatch that scene. You figure with that director, and it's sort of like the environment, like I said, concept's great. you figured there'd be at least even one scene that you could be like, I'm totally going to rewind that. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that suck that have one great scene. This movie has
None.
nothing to rewatch.
Dude, it
It's
has like
void.
20% of a great scene. Like that meat truck is a great idea. But that's the thing, Mark. It's just an idea on a page. They do nothing with
Yeah.
it. Like,
And the other thing too is you see all these fucking houses. Didn't it feel like there was like 5 people in town?
yes. Yes. And I know everybody's evacuating, but still, I agree with you. It's the same 5 houses. I was like, no, dude. There should be, like, switch it up. Like, not everybody lives in, like, a 2-story house. Like, what about a guy who lives in a trailer? It's the South. There's got to be one of those. What about a guy, right? What about a homeless person who lives on the streets? What's happening to them? They're not fucking evacuating. What's happening to them, right? Any characters would have been more interesting than the crop of people we got.
Here's the other thing too. You can even I was sincerely hoping for this. There would be some like helicopter rescue scene. They're trying to climb up the ladder, and a fucking shark just jumps and eats them.
That's
and like
that's the
grabs
Meg.
the ladder.
That's the Meg. That's right out of the Meg.
See, exactly. You need something
Yes.
cool. Like otherwise, it's just like these are just fucking whatever rando sharks
Yes.
that are just swimming around that you can barely see, going after a few people. Yeah, you're right. There's nothing to attach you to the story or the characters,
No.
and I think you just wind up like thinking of this is what's bad. The fact that you and I are thinking of better ideas and concepts for this movie as you're watching the movie means that they're just doing not even the bare minimum.
Yeah,
almost.
Dude. It feels like it doesn't even feel like a first draft. It feels like something you write quickly in a notebook to like say in a pitch meeting that sounds really good and gets people excited, but then you don't do anything else with it. So if I just write meat truck floods town with chum, I say that in an office, everybody gets lit up about it. But the thing is, you can't just then do that. You have to, that has to lead somewhere for that scene to land.
I have the feeling the tagline for this movie is the most exciting. It's like they're riding off the concept. You know?
Yes,
and
they're riding off the concept and they're not doing anything to back it up.
Carry everything. Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Yes, 100%, dude. I love how you said that too. There are more fucking people than there are sharks in the movie, and that is 100% true.
By the way, when she's on that main street too, like trapped, she's like the only one, and that bearded guy. It's like
how
the thing is too. It's like. Yeah, it's the town's evacuated, but how many times have you seen like news reports of this shit happening in Florida and other places where like there's a shitload of people and these idiots always have to be rescued? Yep. So there's like a whole built-in storyline.
They were even setting that up kind of like when she goes and puts the help on top of the roof.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that goes
I was like,
nowhere.
Oh, that's going to be the end of the movie right there, right? No, you're absolutely right. They didn't do shit with that. Another thing they set, this movie's all set up and this is Blue Balls, the shark movie. There's all set up and there's no payoff. It's fucking frustrating.
Here's a great comparison. You know, remember we saw when we were talking about Pizza Movie? Movie has 50, it sets up way more things than this movie and it pays every one of them off.
Every single one.
This one sets up like a handful of things and pays off none of them. Which is so weird to me. You know?
Yep. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I just think it's such a missed opportunity. Also, too, I want to put a moratorium on needle drops for movies. I'm like, you don't deserve a needle drop. You don't get to just put it in and have it do the heavy lifting for you because you didn't write a scene. Like, I'm sorry. To me, and I'll say it again. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think James Gunn knows how to do needle drops. I'm convinced no other director understands how to use them. Because all they do...
What's his face does the Scott Pilgrim guy is pretty good at it.
Oh, Edgar Wright. Yeah, he is good. Yep,
yeah.
I stand corrected. Yeah, there you go. 2 people know how to use needle drops. Everyone else, if you use a needle drop, I guarantee you don't know how to use it. You're just letting it do the work for you. It's so fucking lazy. And this movie has a needle drop that's supposed to be like so funny and it doesn't fucking work at all. Like it did nothing.
Well, the thing is like James Gunn has like the scene and like the ballsiness of the event that's happening to mesh with it. Like this one is, you're right. It's like this, a song can't do heavy lifting for nothing. If there's
Yes.
nothing there, it's like it
You
might
have
as well
to-
just be a karaoke event, you
Like,
know?
the
There's just a
song-
fucking bouncing ball.
The desired effect that you want it to have only happens if the scene means something or if you care
Yeah.
about the person. Then it lands. But you just slapping a song on it is doing exactly what we said before. It's putting a turd inside a candy bar wrapper. Just because you have the wrapper doesn't mean you don't have a turd inside. You do.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck. Mark, did you have anything else you wanted to say about Thrash?
I think, yeah, I guess there's a missed opportunity, but I do think it had like the title's cool. Like
Good
there's
title.
a lot of cool shit going for it. And it just, for some reason, just like falls flat on its face, which sucks because we do like the director. So it's sort of like we actually want to, like we acted, and I'm sure there's tons of people out there that feel the same way, do, where we're just like, yes, I like the director. I like what he's done in the past. This is a cool concept for this guy to put his vision onto. And it does suck when you get something that feels like, it almost feels like it's not his movie, and who knows how much of studio or producer influence is in it. So I can't really fault him 100%, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like someone went through multiple layers of scripting, edits. You gotta, if you want to catch people on, you've lost your Warner Brothers deal. You're relying on your IPs.
Yep.
You better pump up your fucking IPs, or everyone's gonna drift.
Well, that's what did Spielberg just said that. He was like, we're gonna run out of gas soon. We're using all the IPs, and you're not gonna have anything else to make.
Yeah, that is scary. Even
fucking
Ridley
scary.
Scott was like, "Do you need to make more?" Like, he said something along the lines of like, "We make too many movies, and we
I
need to
agree.
make like half of what
Less.
we release." It's fucking insane how
I
many
also think
movies are coming
movies,
out.
yeah, movies need to play longer too, because like things will happen and they're just gone. Like
Yeah.
by
Do you
next
remember when
week,
movies would get like the second month would do better than the first month?
yeah,
And because of that, it would be in the theater for like 5 months.
yes,
and you'd have
and
a
then
couple
we'd all
times to
get an
see it.
opportunity to see it and discover it. Right? There's just too much shit right now. And that's the thing. Now everything feels like it's being rushed to market. So like a movie like this feels like a first draft movie. And it's just
Yeah.
unfortunate because it could have been a fucking solid movie. They had the right
Well,
components, but
And the thing is, like, they're all like, why is the theater and movies dying? It's like, yeah, but you see it. When people put good movies in the fucking theater, there's crowds. Just put good movies in the fucking theater.
Dude, you know what we need to do? We need to start treating Hollywood like Singapore. If you make a bad movie, you release a bad movie, we fine you and we spank your ass. Okay?
Yeah,
If
do you know how many hours of people's lives these
Dude.
people have stolen?
And here's the best part. We could make money on that too, right? So if you're like, hey, we have a lot of people that we need to cane because they've done a lot of bad shit in Hollywood, no problem. Make the caning channel. People can subscribe and watch people get caned, and we'll use that money to help fund new projects.
It's like, it's the Tommy Wacolas caning is streaming.
I can't miss
at
Tommy
8
Ricola
o'clock.
caning. I got to get home for that. He's going to get caned at 7:32, and I'm going to DoorDash a sandwich and watch his ass get caned. Sorry, Mom, I can't come to your book club. I'm watching Tommy Ricola get viciously beaten. This is for Thrash.
Holy
They should have that
shit.
subtitle. There should be a guy, like a Singaporean guard who normally does the caning. And he he tells the person why. And you see that in yellow subtitle. And this is for Thrash. And then he canes the guy.
It's like
There's no, is there any
personification
last
of revenge
words?
for the
There's no Miranda rights. There's none of that. He just steps up and he's this is for Thrash. He just beats him.
But is this red like how it's kind of monotone-ish that you, when you see like a live courtroom
Yes.
and someone just has to read all that shit out, and it's just like there's no like
It's like C-SPAN.
presence to it.
Yeah, dude. It's just
It's
empty.
just very matter of fact. And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%. That's totally what it's for. This is for the rip. Smack. Smack. Another fucking streamer.
Oh, dude, I actually asked you what you thought of that movie, and I never heard back.
Oh, I said,
I
I told
like
you.
it.
I said it was okay. I was like, it's the most okayest blah movie. I forgot all about it. It was very obvious from the. It's exactly a Netflix movie. It just has Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in it. That's it.
God.
Wait, Mark, shall we reveal our predictions now?
Oh,
for
yeah.
Thrash? Okay,
You want to
here's
go
my
first?
Yeah, here's my prediction for Mark. I wrote down Mark fell asleep and wanted more shark carnage.
Oh, I
So
didn't
that
fall
part
asleep,
is true.
Fortunately.
That part
But
is true.
You are half correct. I fucking bombed it. I said, Matt hated it, but grew to enjoy it.
Oh, well, you got the first part right. I wish I grew to enjoy it.
So we both were half right.
Yeah, it's a 50%. It's a
We
half and half
still
prediction.
sort of know each other.
Yeah. You know what it is? You know what it is, Mark? We know each other, but we both thought the best of the other guy. We were like, I was like, oh, Mark is so at home with the movie. He relaxes and falls asleep. And you were like, Matt sees the positives in the film, despite that it sucks ass.
And then meanwhile, cut to the actual episode. We're just dropping big shits on it like our fucking
Yeah, dude.
pants sharks in public.
We're just like, this is for Thrash. Smack. 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 Mark, shall we do some Rex, dude?
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's do it, man.
Here we go.
Oh, we get to hear your third movie.
Well, I go on facts, not recommendations, but thank you.
This is for Thrash. Smack. That's never going to get old now. My third movie was Thrash, by the way. 3 new horror movies, all 2026 horror movies. 3, the last 3 I've watched have sucked the ass.
You know
Oh,
what's sad? Now we have to do that cut back to when you and I were like, 2026 is going to be fucking awesome because 2025 was this amazing horror year. And now it's like, we're in April and we're like,
I know. I'm like, the only good horror movie I've seen this year is 28 Years Bone Temple. That's the only good one that I've seen so far this year. Now, we got a lot of year left, and we got some good ones coming up. We got Hokum. We got, which I'm very excited about. I fucking love that guy. And we got Obsession looks good, too. Did you see that one? The trailer for that?
No, I haven't.
Obsession looks good, and
Hold on, let me
Passenger.
write that down.
The Passenger looks good, too.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wait,
those.
the Passenger?
Or I think it's called Passenger. That looks
Is
good,
that the
too.
one in the car?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that one's
Yeah, that
fucked
one
up.
looks fucking
That
crazy.
looks crazy. I saw a crazy extended trailer for that at Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Okay, sorry. Mark, how many Recs do you have this week?
By the way, how many? Oh, I have, let's see, I have 6.
I have, let's see. I have 4.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Do you want to go first? Why don't you go first?
Sure. I can go first. Because you had watched some Jackie Chan movies and wrecked them, I was like,
Yes.
oh man, you were a huge inspiration for this rec. I was like, yeah, okay, I want to watch some fun action movie. And it's nice to put on a movie where you know you'll get something good. So I was like, I'm going to watch a Jackie Chan movie that I've never seen before. And it was called Dragons Forever. I'm not going to ruin this for you, so I'm not going to spoil anything. I won't tell you about the storyline, but holy shit, the action is fucking dope.
Yes.
It's awesome because they're all wearing these like really nice suits and they're
I'm
beating
adding
the
this to my
living
watch list.
shit out of each other.
I'm adding this to my watch
Dude.
list right now.
You are going to fucking love this movie.
Holy
It's
shit,
one
dude.
of the
It's
most fun
Sammo
action-
Hung, too?
Dude, it is crazy seeing him young with no facial hair. And he's playing like a love interest too for this one character.
Whoa.
It's super fun, man. I don't want to accidentally say anything,
Okay,
but
okay.
the villain is awesome, but it's like, it's over the top, super fun, really fast paced. There's some
Yes.
iconic stuff that you probably have seen in like clips. And this is the movie where you'll watch and you'll be like, oh, fuck, okay, I've seen someone post that scene before.
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything else other than watch it. There's a 4K available, and it's one of
Stunning.
Jackie Chan's best movies. He's so goddamn fast.
Oh,
The action
yes.
sequences are beautiful. And
I
it's
just
like,
know that at the end of this year, like when I do my I like to post on Instagram to be like, hey, here's my Letterboxd stats for the year. I know that Jackie Chan, it's probably gonna be Jackie Chan and Uncle Bill are gonna be like my two most watched actors of the year. I've already
That
watched like
sounds
5 or
fucking
6
awesome,
movies
man.
with both of them already. Yeah. I can't wait.
dude, if you've
Is
never
Uncle
you've
is
never seen
Uncle
this
Bill?
before.
I've never seen Dragons Forever. Is Uncle Bill in Dragons Forever?
That I don't remember.
Okay. I will
He
get
might
fucking
be.
psyched.
It's a
if
huge, it's a
Uncle Bill
big
is there.
cast though. It is a
Okay.
pretty big cast.
And I love Sammo
But-
Hung as well.
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
I can't
Sammo Hung in this movie is badass, and I'm gonna go to you for your rec now because I don't want to spoil.
You know what I
anything, 'cause
love
I'm
about
guessing
Sammo
you've
Hung
not seen
is
it.
that Sammo Hung makes fat guys cool. Like you can be fat and still whoop ass. And I
Oh, ever
appreciate
see like
that.
a TikTok video where there's a fat dude doing backflips and
Yes,
tumbles and shit?
yes.
You're like, Sammo Hung
Sammo
is
Hung
that
right there.
dude,
Yeah, dude.
but like beating the shit at dude. He moves so fast in this. It's crazy.
Sammo
This is
Hung
like
feels like
young
the only
Sam-
person
yeah.
on Earth that could be like, I'm gonna destroy 80 people, and I could also destroy everything at KFC.
You were gonna say something food related at the end of that. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh my
Like
God.
he could wipe out a whole town of people and then wipe out the whole fucking menu at KFC like it's nothing. And I appreciate both.
Oh, here's something crazy. I feel as though this is the slimmest I've seen him in a movie.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Okay.
So you'll get to see how he moves in this one. Dude,
Fuck.
this movie, it's not like Thrash where it's this movie is fucking fun.
Shit. Okay.
It's great.
I
I
can't
can't
wait.
believe I've never seen it before. Oh, here's the last thing I'll say though. It's one of these movies, you know how like we ground stuff in realism too much
Yes.
to a degree where it's like no longer fun. This one, so for example, like a character doesn't just descend a staircase. They do some crazy shit where they jump through the metal bars and spin around. It's fucking
Yes.
awesome. And there's no point to it. It takes more time to get down the fucking stairs doing it this way. You risk injury, but it just looks so fucking
But it's
cool.
it's badass. It's badass.
Yeah, exactly.
Why wouldn't you do the most badass entrance possible?
Dude, that's what's missing from movies nowadays. It's like even our action movies, like I think that's one of my main problems with Christopher Nolan is it's just he doesn't know how to have fun. Whereas a lot of the action movies, I feel as though you can tag him on as an action film director.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the stuff
Yeah.
we grew up with had like a nice balance where you could be like, okay, I need a break up from like the overly serious storylines and backstories
Yes.
and complexity. I need a laugh. And this Jackie Chan really knows how to do that. It's crazy how he can have
Fuck
suspense,
yes.
action, a bit of horror, there's like everything in there.
He could do it
And
all.
you never feel, and it's all done perfect.
I
It's
love that.
fantastic, man.
I
You gotta
love
see
that.
this, dude.
I can't fucking wait. I literally just now added it to my watch list. I'm gonna fucking watch that
Yes.
shit this week. I can't wait. My first rec is a TV show rec. It's gonna be one of those episodes
Oh.
for me. So Thrash wasn't the only thing I watched on Netflix. I watched something else that I actually liked quite a bit. So I'll tell you what I watched, and then I'll tell you why I watched it. I have now fully watched both seasons of One Piece, the live action show.
Oh shit!
Now-
oh wait, are you an anime guy?
I'm not an
Really
anime
quickly.
guy.
Oh, you're
I am
not.
not an
Okay.
anime guy. I have not seen a single episode of the One Piece anime
Okay.
at all. I watched it. Now I'm going to tell you. Okay, well, why the fuck did you watch this, Matt? I'm going to tell you. It's for a fucking nerdy reason, and I don't give a shit. Everybody knows I'm a shill for Universal Studios, and I love theme parks. Well, Universal Studios is having an event called FanFest Nights out here in Hollywood. And one of the things they're doing, Mark, is kind of similar to the Purge show, how the Purge show takes over Waterworld. So for FanFest, there's a One Piece
shit.
live action stunt show that is taking the set of the Waterworld stunt show. So they're going to do all this crazy shit. It's a One Piece live show. And I was like, that sounds really cool. I don't even know what this is, but I love that Waterworld set. I love the park. And I was like, what is One Piece? And I see there's like like every anime, dude, I see there's like 300 episodes. I'm like, I'm not fucking watching this, right? But I
Like
also see,
Naruto. It's like
yeah,
a thousand episodes. You're like, oh, fuck
Naruto.
that.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't do
Yeah.
that shit. I'm like, I don't have enough time. But I see there is a live action show, which to me looks, in my fucking nerd brain, looks exactly like what I think the stunt show is going to look like, right? Live actors, crazy shit happening, stunts, effects. And so I was like, let me watch an episode. Mark, I loved it, and I wound up binging the whole series. So I've watched both
Holy
seasons,
shit.
complete seasons of One Piece live action, and I've
Wow.
loved both.
Dang.
I'm not going to watch the anime. It's too much. I don't care. I'm just going to be a live action One Piece person, but I'll watch as many of these as they want to make.
Does it have like a Marvel-y look, or does it look like
You know what
pretty
I
grounded
like?
in reality?
No, it does not look like grounded in reality, but it also doesn't look like Marvel. You know what it reminds me of? And one of the other reasons I like it is kind of like campy. It looks like Batman Forever, where there's like weird people
Okay, cool.
dressed fucking weird just for the sake of looking cool. Or there'll be like a piece of set dressing that you're like, why would a person have a phone there, right? Like, but it doesn't matter because the world of One Piece is so crazy. Like, it's like the 90s campy Joel Schumacher Batman exploded into a
cool.
pirate show. That's what it is. That's my pitch for One Piece.
That sounds fucking dope, actually.
It's really fun, dude. They're like an hour long each episode. There's always, you know what I like about it too? It's not super serialized. I mean, it is. There's an arc. You're following a big story, but it's episodic. Like,
Oh, what?
this is one of those shows where you could be like, oh, this is the one where they find the giant blank. I won't reveal what it is. Oh, this is the one where they go here. Like, we used to have TV shows like that. Now we don't, right? Everything is a Game of Thrones. Everything is leading into the next episode. One Piece is a thing where you could be like, did you see the one where they went to the island that looked like this? And that's the episode. That's the whole reason that episode exists. That's it. And I love that about it. I had a blast with it, dude. I think each season has 10 episodes. Yeah, we tore through it, dude.
Oh,
so,
thank God.
big old
I
recommend.
thought you were going to be
from
like,
me.
each one has like 24 episodes.
No. I want to say the first season has like 10 and season 2 has like 8 or something, but they're awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tore through it.
I'm going to
man.
check it out.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I
let me
heard
tell you
it's
this,
like super popular.
you're either you'll know right away if you like it. Like, if you get through I want to say the first 20 minutes of the first episode, you'll know if this is for you. But I dove in right away, dude, and I just binged the whole fucking thing.
Oh, that's cool. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I really like it a lot. It's really good.
Okay, I will check that out. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to watch 8mm in an episode of One Piece.
What an evening. That's a good evening.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what's next for you,
Then
buddy?
I'm going to do some Quaaludes. Oh, let's see. What do I got next?
I'm going to do some
Uh,
lewds.
Let's see. What should I do next? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna stay in China because I'm half Chinese and I gotta rep some Chinese movies. So I also saw another really dope movie, insane action. If you like hard boiled, you'll love this. It's called The Last Blood. And it's kind of like, you know how there's always like these unauthorized sequels to, or they're like considered sequels to, like, so this one would be a sequel to Hard Boiled.
Oh, shit,
Dude,
okay.
the action and gunplay in this movie are fucking insane. It's so much fun. It's another movie that I don't want to spoil. I feel as though people just go in cold and watch it and just experience great physical effect. By the way, that's what I love about Hong Kong movies. Like, the physical effects from the 80s and 90s was so good because they're doing all these car chases, they're doing all these gunfights. There's no digital squibs. There's not a fucking digital background. Like, well, the problem I had with Thrash too was like when he's giving that speech on the boat at the end about the hippo, or he's talking about that story, it totally looks like a fucking green screen.
Yeah, it looks
So with
bad.
these Hong Kong movies, you don't see that. It's like if there's people getting wrecked or hit by cars, this is not some digital
It's
shit.
really
It's
happening.
like real people. Like some guy probably fucking died or got injured and never returned to work again. So you're actually seeing like real shit happens. But you know what the thing is? It's like, yeah, you know Jackie Chan is, yes, he's the hero in the movie. He's going to probably survive and not get murdered. But because he's like getting injured, thrown off of buildings, hit by cars, and it's actually happening because he's a legit stuntman. Dude, you really, even though he's going to survive, like part of the back in the back of your head, you're like, he could die. And it's crazy. Like those older movies, you feel that. In the newer movies, where it's just like, it doesn't feel like there's any sense of danger. Oh, I think, and by the way, Andy Lau's in this movie too, a young Andy Lau.
Oh,
And
yes.
they also do the crossed guns pointed at each other. So there's a lot of like, I don't think this one was directed by John Woo. I think it was another one of his contemporaries, but it's fucking awesome. And it has a lot of the same things as like a hospital fight scene. It's not to the degree of Hard Boiled, but it is a really solid action movie. And if you love physical effects and you like
Yes.
seeing something that will keep you on the edge of your seat, check this movie out. I don't know anyone who's recommended or seen it before. So if you do, let me know because I love talking to people about these fucking awesome Hong Kong
Damn.
action films.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
add that one
it's
to my
great.
watch list too. That sounds fun.
And by the way, another great thing is these movies are not like 2.5 hours or 3 hours. These are like really solid 80 to 90-minute movies, and they're just great to absorb and have fun with. All right, that's it. Sorry.
Okay, The Last Blood. It looks like that's from 1990.
Yeah, it's like 1991, I think.
Yeah. The Last Blood. The Last Blood. That always reminds me of, remember when we watched that show that Sylvester Stallone produced that Terry Crews hosted? Where it was kind of like American Gladiator, but they were like climbing up. They had to climb. Remember? We watched that.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, and like you would fall in the water, but the water looked like blood, and Terry Crews would go, "He fell in the blood."
Oh shit! What was that show?
I don't remember what it was called, but we were all super into it for like 3 or 4 months. Remember we would check in?
The floor is lava?
No, no. That's a that's a different
Terry
show.
Crews one.
Dude, it was a Sylvester Stallone like reality competition show for like tough guys who would go through these insane events and they would fall into like red goo and Terry Crews would be like, "You fell in the blood."
Oh shit!
They
Was it
fell
called
into the-
Ultimate Beastmaster?
Yes, that's it. Ultimate Beastmaster. Dude,
Oh,
we
man,
had
why did we stop watching that?
we had
That
like
shit
a
was
6
fucking awesome.
episode run on this podcast of like every week we would check in with Ultimate Beastmaster because it was so fucking insane. That was a great show. Anyway, okay, next
That's
up
on
for me-
Netflix.
on Netflix. Next up for me, a movie that's not on Netflix. So I was like, every Friday night, I like to watch something older, usually from our era, like what, 80s, 90s, usually action. We call them Friday night movies. Anyway, I had a doozy of a Friday night movie. I rewatched and showed to Jess for her first time U.S. Marshals, which is the spin-off of The Fugitive, right? It's Tommy Lee Jones as Sam Gerard. It's the whole crew of marshals from The Fugitive. They're chasing a new fugitive. That fugitive is Wesley Snipes. Already fucking awesome. And it just turns it into an action movie. Whereas The Fugitive is like a prestige thriller. This is like, all right, now this is an action movie. And it's as awesome as it sounds. So, by the way, I was so into Tommy Lee Jones in this movie that he inspired me to watch another Tommy Lee Jones movie that'll get to
shit
in my
Oh,
Rex.
do it.
But well, I'll tell you this. I'll say this. If you have not ever watched U.S. Marshals, you should give it a chance, especially if you love The Fugitive. But I would argue, even if you watched it and maybe like in the day you were like, you weren't that impressed with it, right? Because you just viewed it as this lesser sort of sequel to The Fugitive. Fuck that noise. For all the reasons that Mark said, where you have like practical stunts, you don't have all this CG crap, you don't have everything green screened. You want to watch a real action movie with people like driving cars and shooting real pistols and shit? Watch U.S. Marshals. It's a lot of fucking fun, man.
The train scene is fucking dope.
Great. There's a sequence. It's in the trailer, but there's a sequence where Wesley Snipes has to catapult himself off of a rooftop onto a moving subway car, and it's fucking like
so
elevated
cool.
subway. It's so awesome. It looks great. Tommy Lee Jones is having a lot of fun. He's the best, but he's having fun when he's not like so super serious. He definitely knows he's like, all right, this is my chance to be like a big action hero. It's fucking awesome. There's ridiculous shit in it, but we were talking, Mark and I were joking about this. The last episode, we went on a whole tirade about like plane crashes in movies. Dude, out of fucking nowhere, I totally forgot. This movie opens with a fantastic plane crash. Huge,
Oh, shit, I
crazy set
forgot.
piece. It's an insane set piece. Like basically the equivalent. So like you remember in The Fugitive they had the big bus crash, so they had to up the ante for U.S. Marshals. They were like, nah, fuck it, it's a plane crash.
Holy fuck! Hold on, I gotta
It's a
rewatch this. Hold on, I'm
huge
gonna write down.
practical set. The fucking plane crash scene is crazy. There are so many twists and turns in it. You're like, dude, they spent so much time in the plane crash. You're like, wow, remember when action movies used to do that? Like, we weren't just in a rush to get to the next scene. It was like, no, we're gonna spend 15 minutes on the plane crash, like surviving the plane crash, getting out of the plane crash, investigating the plane crash. That's what this does. And I was just so impressed by it. Tubi, by the way, is where I watched it. Tubi has a really good copy. So if you watch Tubi,
really?
you can watch like basically a Blu-ray rip of U.S. Marshals, because I don't think a
US
4K exists.
Ah, fuck. You
Does
know
not
what
exist.
I have to say? I totally agree with you. And it's kind of like, to me, this is like the perfect way to do a sequel. It's like, The Fugitive is a fucking classic.
Classic.
Just have fun and change the genre up a bit. And you're
Agreed.
totally right. It's a very underrated, solid action movie. And it's one of Wesley Snipes' best films. He's really fucking good in it.
He's great in it. A lot of great cast in it. Robert Downey Jr. is in it. Also, all the familiar faces from the U.S. Marshals, like fucking Joey Pantoliano.
Joey Pants.
Joey Pants, baby. Joey Pants. This is for Thrash. Smack. Smack. Anyway, U.S. Marshals. He didn't have anything to do with Thrash. U.S. Marshals. Really a lot of fun. So cool. I always get such a kick out of seeing like that old timey original like Warner Brothers AOL Time Warner logo. Like just kind of gently turn into frame. I'm like, yeah, it's the 90s. Yeah, buddy. We're going to see something good.
I do like that they never update those when they re-release the movies. I fucking love seeing
I
that
love
shit.
that too. I'm like, no, give me the old school. That's why I get so fired up, especially like the new line, you know, when you see like a New Line Cinema logo. Or
Oh my God, I fucking love that.
It just takes you right back, man. It's
Or
that to
Morgan
me.
Creek.
Morgan Creek, dude. Robin Hood. The other one I love too is the what's the one with an R? It's like Regency.
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah. Anyway,
Those for some, you know what's weird? That like Village Roadshow, New Lines, I never fast forward those. There's something where I love seeing the logos pop up, and it kind of like, it's almost like this. So for example, for people, if you buy goods from Italy, you'll see a DOC label. So on wine, certain goods like canned tomatoes, you'll see a DOC, which means it's approved and it's a stamp of quality. Those studios in like the 90s and early 2000s, whenever you saw those studio logos, that was like this stamp of quality.
Yes.
Which was so fucking cool.
That is so true. That's a great way to put that.
Or Silver Pictures. Like, seeing those logos, you were like, yes, a competently made movie, you know?
Like, thank God.
Yeah.
Let's fucking get down. The other one I would always get psyched about is when I saw Dimension. And I was like,
that one.
I was like, we're gonna see some
dope.
horror or some sci-fi. We're gonna get something really fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, are we about to watch Cube? Are we about to watch Hellraiser 3? What are we about to watch right now?
That was one of those titles that you saw in the theater. You're like, okay, I'm totally buying the DVD afterwards when it's released
100%.
a year later.
Yes. Yeah, they were like, see you in 1999, bitch. Mark, what's next for you, buddy?
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Because I have more than you, and these are kind of like, I guess I don't really need to talk about them too much. I watched 3 comedies that were
go for it.
From this same era a bit. I saw Harold and Kumar because you mentioned it, and you're totally right. If you're not high, it's not funny. It's just plain stupid. But if you're high, it's hilarious. And you will want to get White Castle, which I couldn't fucking get. Then I watched Role Models, which was
great
also
movie.
very stupid, but really funny.
Movie.
And was that Stifler in it, right?
Yeah, that's Stifler.
Man, I wonder what happened to that fucking guy.
He's still he's in a ton of movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he gets a lot of work. He was in I just saw him in Righteous Gemstones, and then he was in another movie I just saw.
Oh.
He gets a lot of work
doing
still.
Good.
He's working.
Oh, cool. All right. I should check his newest stuff. And then I watched The House, which is the I think it's 2017.
The
That
House. I don't know that
Will
one.
Ferrell film where they basically they're having
Oh,
financial struggles and they take their daughter to college, so they open up a casino in their neighborhood in this big house. It's fucking hilarious. It's so
is it good?
stupid,
It's
but
worth
it's
watching.
really funny. If you like Will Ferrell's type of humor,
I do.
it's fucking hilarious. I loved it. I thought it was fucking brilliant.
That's
It's
one I
it's so
missed.
stupid.
I have never seen that.
It's if you like ridiculous, dumb stuff happening. You know how we were talking about how Thrash needed those moments of just something stupid or something memorable.
Something.
This
Yeah.
movie it does things that you don't expect. You're like, oh, that actor's in it. Surely nothing crazy is going to happen to him, and then crazy shit happens. It's super fun. If you want a good laugh and you've not seen it, I highly recommend it. I thought it was hilarious. I think this
Damn.
was my second time seeing it.
Oh
I had
shit.
seen it like a couple of years ago, and it's still funny and it
You know
still
what
holds up.
You know what I thought you were about to say, because there is a movie that I have seen. I thought you were about to say you saw The House Bunny, which is a great fucking movie.
The House Bunny?
Yes, with Anna
Hold on, let me
Faris.
write
Have
this
you
down.
never seen that movie?
No, I haven't. But I do remember hearing. I just never saw it.
It's a good comedy.
House Bunny.
If you're
Okay.
looking, that's
Oh,
what I
shit.
thought you were about to say. Like, oh yeah, dude, I watched The House Bunny. Dude, The House
Oh,
Bunny's
maybe I
fucking
will watch
hilarious.
this. I like that era of comedy. They're just really stupid.
Dude,
and
you're gonna
fun.
love. I predict you are gonna love The House Bunny.
Okay, maybe I'll switch out 8mm with the House Bunny because I'd like a laugh.
Like, what a double feature. You're like, I watched The House Bunny followed by 8mm. 8mm was a movie where, like, if you saw a promo for it on TV, there was no tagline or anything. The voiceover would just come in at the very end to scare you. It'd be like 8mm.
By the way, there's something about 8mm's branding, like the posters, trailers.
Yes.
They just make you feel dirty. You're like,
Yes.
oh, I feel gross.
Yes. I remember there was a promo for 8mm that used to freak me out because it would air really late on TV. I'd be like watching MTV or something, Beavis and Butthead, and it would be like, you know, an ad for shampoo, an ad for wrestling or something. And then it would get quiet and there'd be like these cinematic shots of Nick Cage watching a film, something freaky happening, and then the screen would go black and it would just be a guy going, 8mm. I was like, what the
Yeah, it was.
fuck is
You know,
that
it was like it had that feeling of the original Faces of Death, where you're like,
Yes.
this is not. If 8mm when I was a kid felt like a movie that no one was supposed to watch for some reason. I don't know
Yes.
why. It was like just the well, I guess if you see it, you'll understand why. But you know, if you haven't,
Great fucking
there's
movie.
something. It has like this weirdness. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's
leaves
so
a-
specific to
it
8mm.
leaves a stain on you if you watch 8mm. It's a lot like sharding. You know, you carry a piece of it with you the rest of your life. 8mm.
Unless you've thrown out the
Throw it out. That's what I do. Throw it out. Right? Then you got to go back. You have to take the garbage out. Why are you back so soon? Why was I being interrogated? I live here. Why am I back
How you
so
weren't
soon?
like, I forgot my keys or something. I was like, I came back to do the garbage.
Dude, yeah, you're totally right. I didn't even bother with decorum. I didn't even try to come up with an excuse. I was like, no, I'm here to take the garbage out.
Well, at
like,
least you're an
why?
honest man. I would have fucking lied. I would have been like, my grandma died.
Wait, but then you have to eventually follow it up with, my grandma died, so, you know, I am here to take out the garbage. And people will be like, what the fuck? Why? Why are you taking out the garbage, bro?
I cried in my pants.
My pants remind me of my grandma, so I gotta throw them away right this instant. That doesn't sound suspicious
She bought me
at
these.
all.
The memory of her is just too great. I got to throw out these underwear
Throw
she bought
these
me for
underwears
Christmas.
and definitely these jeans and that towel. All three of these items have to get thrown away because they remind me of my grandma.
My favorite part about that scenario is you don't even bother to shower. You just wipe.
You just take the
With
towel.
anything disposable. It's a towel.
It's a towel. Why is that guy's towel missing? Did I ever tell you in college? True story. I stole my
Oh
sweet
my
mate's
God.
towel. So one day I just didn't have a towel. Okay. I don't remember how or why, but it had occurred to me in moving that I didn't have a towel. I was like, how am I supposed to shower? Now, a smart, logical man would have gone out and bought a towel, but I didn't. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? I don't have a towel. So I lived with this guy named Simon, who ironically is still friends with my wife to this day. Okay?
I have seen the towel when he moved in with me.
So one day...
Do you still have it?
No. Well, wait, do we? It might be like a rag at this point, if we still have
So
it.
basically, one day, Jess comes over, because I met Jess in college. She comes over, and she's just like, she sees this giant red towel in my bathroom. She's like, oh, I love your towel, whatever it was. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I tried to play it off like I had bought the towel. But years later, I confessed that I stole my sweet mate's towel.
And not only that, okay, Mark, yes, I'm still friends with Simon, but what Matt neglected to tell you is that I worked with Simon for like 10 years.
Does Simon know that I stole his towel?
I don't know.
Okay.
He might.
Does
He's
he watch
he's too
the
nice
podcast?
to say
He definitely does
anything.
not watch
so
the
you know what? You
podcast.
owe him a towel.
Dude,
You should just send him a
Here's
towel
the cr-
apropos of nothing.
here's the crazy part. He never realized that I
you
stole the towel. So, like, I would go and shower, and I don't know if he just assumed it was just always his towel, but I was using the towel. And then when I moved out, I just took the towel because it was my towel now. And he one
my
day just
God.
went, where the fuck is my towel?
Oh, you owe him a towel.
I'm sorry. Simon, if
Was
you're
it like a
listening.
nice towel?
It was very nice. It was a nice towel. It was the nicest towel I had surely ever owned or stolen at that point in my life.
Dude, that's like a premium thing. Like a nice towel when you're younger, when you don't know
Dude,
shit about like
yes.
thread count or
It
anything.
was like
or
a
like
thick, it was
good
a
towels
thick
exist.
towel. It was like thick and big. It was like a fucking beach towel. It was huge. And like up to that point, I was fucking just drying off like a goddamn caveman with like a tiny,
Using like the floor mat.
Yes,
Like
dude, like
the
a-
roughest towel.
just a sandpaper towel like on my body.
You're always exfoliating yourself with your
I
towel.
don't know what possessed me to just be like, I'm just going to take this towel and hope no one notices. And no one ever did. And then when I moved, if he noticed, he never said anything. It's not like, because he worked with Jess. I would go to the office and see him. He could have been like, hey, man, by the way, when we lived together, whatever happened to that towel?
Did you say it was a red towel too?
It was a dark red towel.
Dude.
Like,
That is such a memorable color of something to lose, right?
right. Wouldn't you be like, hey, what the fuck happened to my crimson towel?
Yeah, exactly. Like a white towel is like whatever. You can lose a white or a gray towel. That shit's everywhere. But a red towel, I don't even fucking know anyone that has a red towel. Well, with the exception of you now.
But yeah, I had that towel for like 4 years after. Like it just moved with me. I was like, this is my towel. One day I decided this is my towel now, and I just took the towel. I was like, I never have to buy a towel. I always have my towel.
The best part is this guy still doesn't know.
He has no idea. He's like, he's out living his life.
Holy shit.
He has no idea that I took his towel.
Damn, his towel did a Matt Palumbo and he doesn't even fucking know. Yeah.
Maybe I should, you know what I should do? I should buy him that towel, not say anything, and just send it to him. No address, no
For Christmas,
sender.
yeah.
Yeah, just have that towel returned to him. Maybe I'll do that.
Oh no, you know what you should do? Put a note that just says, here's your towel back, but it's written with like the cutout magazines, you know?
It's a ransom note.
So he still will never know who.
Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck sent this? Thanks for the towel, bro. Dude, that's my caning video. They're like, this is for the red towel. Ah! Smack, smack, smack. Okay, I think it's my turn. So next up, I watched another.
Holy shit.
I watched another. You could hear the podcast cat there. I watched another Tommy Lee Jones. This one is really good. This one I had never seen.
Oh, the one from last night?
Yeah. So remember, last episode I recommended The Firm, right? And I was like, fuck, I should watch more of these John Grisham movies, because like I used to kind of write them off when they came out originally, because I was like, whatever, who cares about these fucking movies? And
Or
now,
was it kind of like these are the crappy novels?
yes,
that
I
they
was
turned
like,
into
I didn't
movies,
care
the-
at the time, and I'm so glad I didn't discover those movies at the time, because they would have been wasted on me. And like now I'm watching them as an old man, and I'm like really enjoying them. Dude, I watched The Client. Have you ever seen The Client?
Oh my god, I fucking love The Client. That is a
Dude,
great movie.
it was a first time watch for me. First off, Tommy Lee Jones is amazing in it because he plays against type. I've never seen him play a character like this. He's basically like the opposite of Tommy Lee Jones. He's like a showboat, smiley asshole, like kind of like a guy who tries to steal attention from people. He's like this big shot lawyer.
He's basically Two-Face.
He's Two-Face. Yeah, he is. Right before, and this movie came out right before Two-Face, and same director, Joel Schumacher.
Oh shit, really?
Joel Schumacher made The Client, dude. He made it right
Oh
before
fuck,
Batman
I didn't even
Forever.
know that.
Yeah, that's probably why he brought Tommy Lee Jones over for Two-Face.
Oh
the year
wow, that
after.
totally makes sense. Holy shit.
Dude, The Client is fucking awesome. I really loved it, man. This is what I neglected to mention is, so when I was a kid, I think I wrote these Grisham movies off as like courtroom dramas that were like not for me. Dude,
Or do
when
they
it-
feel like they're like for old people? It's like this is
Yeah.
for like people in their like 50s, or my parents watch these movies. I
like
don't
yeah,
watch this
like your
shit.
parents watch it on a cruise or whatever. But like like I'm here to tell you, they're like legit 90s thrillers. They're like super watchable, highly entertaining. They're pulpy, they're twisty. They do crazy shit. They're not afraid to do fucked up shit. Like this movie, The Client, it's Brad Renfro's first movie. He's like 10 or 11 years old in it. It's essentially a movie, if you've never seen it, about how adults just do whatever the fuck they want with kids. Like, manipulate them, bully them. Like, everybody treats him like shit simply because he's a kid. It's a fucking great movie, dude.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Highly
By the way, you're
recommend.
on a good run of those movies. There's like
Yeah.
so many. Well, there's a couple Richard Gere style ones that you should see too.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that same vein.
Yeah,
It's,
dude.
you know what I call it? I call it like the overcoat movie, where like one of the characters always wears a fucking overcoat, you know?
That's so true. That's so true, dude. Yeah, on the
Or
poster,
they're running
they got
it
the
down a
overcoat.
stairwell or some shit.
Yep,
you know?
gotta have the overcoat. Dude, The Client, I highly recommend, man. It was great.
Is it a 4K, by the way? Because that's like a pretty well, or it feels like it was a very well-known movie.
I
at
rented
the
it
time.
on VOD because I tried it too. It's on Tubi right now, but Tubi abused me with The Client, dude. Like they had a fucking ad break like every other scene. I was like,
Ugh,
what is this, cable
that-
TV?
These movies, by the way, ad breaks fuck up the
They
momentum of
fuck
these.
it up. So I just wound up stopping the Tubi like midway through and renting it digitally just so I could watch the movie in peace, and it was so much better that way. But the copy I watched, I want to say was a 4K. Like it looked great.
Oh, cool.
Especially like those
Oh,
90s
good.
movies shot on that 35, the Panavision. They look so good on 4K. They translate so well. The image does.
You know what I've noticed, by the way? Even like, I think you and I had this conversation before, is like, even like a 1080 Blu-ray, a good scan of a 35, you won't even tell the difference between a 4K. It's so fucking crisp.
Yeah, 100%, dude. It looks so good. Also, to that film, it just like it gives it such a vibrant look. It's just it's indescribable. You hold up a movie today. I will put any $300 million Netflix or Marvel movie up against any of those 90s 35 millimeter movies. It's night and day how good, how much better they look than the
Oh
movies
yeah,
of today.
you know what's this is how you know they're better, because like every time a new technology comes out, it's like Blu-ray, then it's like 4K Blu-ray, and then it'll be 8K. Every fucking time they do a 35 scan or a 70, it's like they keep eking out more detail, like more
Yes.
vibrance. It's fucking insane how some of these like old 35 movies in 4K look like brand new
Look
when you watch them
fucking
on TV.
phenomenal.
It's
That's like
fucking
when you watch
insane.
like the 4K of something like Last of the Mohicans, and you're like, holy shit,
Dude, that movie, yeah, that is
Like,
fucking
wow.
gorgeous.
Great fucking movie. Also, yeah, that's what I got. So I did a double shot of Tommy Lee Jones. I did U.S. Marshals and The Client.
Dude, that's a great one too. Actually, I need to rewatch. God damn, you had some really good recs, man.
I got
have
some
to
good
see
ones,
all
dude.
these.
I got burned. It's because I got burned on 3 horror movies in a row. And then
Oh shit, that's a good strategy. Just switch up the genre.
I was like, fuck it, I'm out. I just like started watching all this shit. True story.
Yeah,
true
but
story.
that always happens. Like I notice I do that too. Like whenever I get burned, I'm like, I gotta watch something I've seen
Yep.
that I know I'm gonna have fun with. Because it's like, does it feel like you're just burning time instead? You're like, I didn't have a bad
Yes.
experience. I actually burned like 3 hours of my fucking life.
Yeah, not even.
Especially if
I
you
feel
went
like
to the fucking theater.
if you have 3 movies, you've basically burned 6 hours of your life, and that's not counting commuting. That's not counting, right? Like any of that shit. So it's like, to me, that run of 3 shitty horror movies felt like I lost a day of my life, basically. Just like,
Man, that
fuck.
fucking sucks.
Sucks shit. The best part of Faces of Death was that there was a Chick-fil-A next to the theater, and I had Chick-fil-A. I had Chick-fil-A mad because I was like, I deserve something nice.
Dude, you and Sammo hung.
Dude, yeah.
I'm gonna clean out the Chick-fil-A menu.
Dude, I don't care, man. Chick-fil-A rips. It's so fucking good. It's always awesome. It hits. You leave Faces of Death and you're like, I just need to believe in humanity again. And I'm like, oh, Chick-fil-A.
Let me go to this conservative Christian chicken restaurant to restore my faith in humanity.
What would Jesus do? He would go to Chick-fil-A and order the Chick-fil-A Deluxe.
They're smart though. Every fucking Chick-fil-A I've seen is very close to a theater.
It's super smart, dude. Why wouldn't you stop at Chick-fil-A and then go to the movies? Right?
Yeah, it's like the fucking popcorn's like you can get 3 sandwiches for that price.
Yeah, dude. Get 3 chicken sandwiches. Be a Sammo hung. Fuck it. Get 8. Eat all 8 in the theater. Bring it to the theater like a scumbag and eat all 8 in the theater. The movie sucks anyway. That's what I should have done at Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I should have brought Chick-fil-A with me. It'd be that guy just loudly crunching a Chick-fil-A sandwich as Lee Cronin's The Mummy is happening.
There's something that always makes me laugh when you walk into the theater and as you're going to your seat, you just get a waft of fast food, like someone's McDonald's fries or something. You're like, that's McDonald's fries. That fucking guy snuck something in. That lucky
fucking
bastard.
Scumbag. I'll never forget being at X-Men Days of Future Past, where that guy had a fucking full Chipotle burrito. And I was like, and by the way, it was me. I was the guy, actually. I brought the burrito to X-Men Days of Future Past. I was very hungry.
Holy shit. Did you?
Yeah, I brought a burrito to X-Men Days of Future Past. It was at the Union Square Theater that nobody gives a fuck about. Union Square. And I went to see X-Men Days of Future Past like Saturday morning or something. And I was like, fuck it. It was like 11 a.m. and I was sitting there eating a full burrito.
Holy shit.
Watching Wolverine.
I don't know if I can do that, man.
Shit up.
That's too many.
I was like, this is great. I'm living my best life. And I stole this red towel. I've got my burrito. I've got my X-Men. I've got my red towel. What more do I
You
need?
have it on your lap like an old guy.
Yeah, dude. It's like a blanket. It's keeping my legs warm. Yay. Dude, if that blanket comes out during the movie, by the way, I'm now at the age, if the blanket comes out during the movie, I'm out. I'll fall asleep. I'm like, I have to suffer in the cold to make it through this movie. I can't get cozy at all.
Holy shit.
Like during The Client, I was like, fuck it. I'm going with t-shirt and shorts. I don't give a fuck if it's cold.
You have your like thermostat on like 60.
Yeah, dude. Because, dude, if I put like a hoodie and a blanket on, it's over.
Oh, here's a question for you. When you're doing your movies at home, are you eating dinner before?
Yes, I eat dinner right before.
You gotta stop that shit, man. You cannot eat dinner. Or you know what? You need the processing. You gotta eat dinner earlier.
Yep.
So your food has time to process. And then I've been trying to, dude, every time I have dinner before a movie here, I'm gone. That movie might as well not even go on.
You just wind up eating during or after?
No, I fucking wake up at 2 a.m. and there's like my food's dried out on a plate, the leftovers.
You're like,
and then I start the movie from the beginning and then I go to bed at 5 a.m.
I can't, dude. I would love to eat at 5 p.m. I'm not kidding. Old people have that shit on lock. Like, that's awesome. I will eat at 5 p.m. like you don't fucking know, man. And I'll go to town at 5 p.m. and be a happy fucking camper. That's what I should be doing, because you eat at 5, then by 7, you're good for the movie, dude. You're ready.
Oh, here's a pro tip. Have your salad. Just have a salad and then watch your movie.
There you
It
go.
doesn't make you.
So
If I do a
eat light.
No, here's my old band tip. I have a soup and salad like an old fart. Dude, I've never fallen asleep when I've done that.
But if you had like a fucking Jersey Mike's, you would be done.
Dude, it's over. I will eat both halves of that sub during the movie.
Oh, I'll take that shit
So
out.
like the first 30 minutes, that all of my snacks, all my food's fucking gone. And then I wake up and it's this is the worst part about eating and falling asleep to a movie. You never get like full sleep where you're like, you wake up rejuvenated at 7 a.m. No, you wake up like the scene before the credits. So it's like the villain just gets shot in the fucking head. And then you're like, oh man, I guess I don't even need to fucking see it. I ruined it. I don't even, now I gotta wait till my brain forgets this fucking
Then
movie.
you gotta eat the dry leftovers. You're like, this was a chicken parmesan 10 hours ago or whatever. Now it's just like this flat rubbery
it's like
thing.
a dry crust. You know when your meat curves up on the edges?
It's like a cup and crisp pepperoni. You're like, why does this look like a cup? Mark, wait,
Holy
do
shit.
you have any
Oh
other
my God.
recs?
Okay, I'm stupid and I forgot if I wrecked this. I finally saw the Bone Temple.
Oh shit, yes. You
So-
talked to me about it, but I don't think you wrecked it on the show.
Okay, so yeah, because I didn't have it in my list of recs, so I was like, I forgot if I just threw it in there at the end. But I finally watched the Bone Temple like you recommended. Damn, I wish I saw that in the fucking theater. She's an amazing director, by the way. That was a awesome movie.
Loved it.
Continued the first part of it nicely. I would love to see them back to back, to be honest. It kind of made me want to rewatch the first one, which is a good sign for a sequel. And it's its own thing. It's actually another great example of how to do a sequel. Like we mentioned U.S. Marshals. This was a fucking awesome way to do a sequel. You continue the story, do something different. It's fucking crazy. Those characters he meets at the end of the first one. This is why I think this movie made me like the first one better, because at the end of the first movie, you're like, who the fuck are these people? Yeah, it's that kid, but you have no goddamn clue how psychotic this group is. And it's
Yes.
extremely disturbing to watch this movie. I was like, these people are so evil that you felt a bit dirty. It was like watching 8mm, but with like psychotic
Yes.
murderers.
Yes.
It was you were totally right. It's a fantastic movie. It has more cohesiveness than the first movie, which I think you appreciate as well. And really good cast. And it's beautiful too. It's crazy that it's a shame it did poorly in the theaters, because it's like,
I know.
oh, you can make a really good it doesn't have to be a low budget piece of shit to be a horror movie. It could be like a big budget movie with fantastic actors, amazing makeup effects, elevated storylines where he's like, that's why it's okay. Spoiler alert for everyone. Don't listen now, because I'm going to spoil some stuff just because I want to talk to you about it, because I haven't got a chance. The fact that I think we talked about it in text, how he was like that. What was that zombie's name?
Oh,
That we were
Samson.
mentioned. I got
Samson.
No. The one that got the New York Times article from is it Dawn of the
You're
Dead?
talking about Bub.
Bub, yeah, okay.
From,
So it does
Day of the
something
Dead.
similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Samson is such a cool character, where he's starting to get bits and pieces, like these flashes of his former life. I could not tell what was going to happen at all in this movie.
I could have watched a
It
whole
was
movie
fucking
with
crazy.
just Ray Fiennes and Samson. I loved their scenes were incredible. They played directly to my heart too, because I'm a Universal monster guy, and I love Frankenstein. And the shit I love about Frankenstein isn't the shit that other people love. You know, I love all of it, but like the thing that touches me about Frankenstein is his relationship with the old man. That's like some of my favorite shit ever on film. Like if I can get real fucking nerdy and like academic on you, like that to me is what I look for in a movie. And anytime I'm reminded of that relationship, and this movie conjured that, Bone Temple, especially those scenes, because it
yeah.
brings out the humanity from the monster, and I'm so touched by
That's
those
exactly
scenes.
what I was gonna say.
It's beautiful.
Like
It's beautiful, man. She did a fantastic job. It just sucks because her other movies, which I didn't like The Marvels and Candyman, like I didn't like those movies, and they were more successful than this. And I loved Bone Temple, and Bone Temple just performed horribly. I hope they give
I
her
think maybe it was
another chance to
too
make
much
another
for
one.
regular audiences, I guess. Hopefully it gets a cult following on streaming. But I do
Yeah.
agree with you. I like that introduction of that humanity and the relationship that is being built between the two of them. And the thing is, he's probably seen that monster go out and like kill everyone.
Yeah.
And he still has this like belief that he can pull him out of that. And the way he discovers how it could be a psychosis and like how logical his conclusions and his thought processes to get to where he's creating that drug to give. It's fucking brilliant. And it's not overly, they didn't nerd out on it and overly explain things. It's visually told. So it takes like a really complex concept, simplifies it, and you understand. So all you're doing is just focusing on their interactions with each other. When they're dancing together, it's so beautiful. And also, it reminded me of, like you said, Frankenstein. The one thing I liked about Frankenstein is the monster is translating its emotions from a different perspective, but it still has these human emotions. So when Frankenstein sees this girl throwing beautiful flowers in the water, he's like, oh, it's a kid, it's innocent. And he does the same thing to the kid, but it's like, as a monster, it makes sense, but as a human, it doesn't.
Yes.
And
He's like,
Ray Fiennes' character is trying to break that down.
This is how you express love, basically. So
Yeah.
he tries to do that, and of course he fucks it up. Yeah.
So it's such a cool, and it's a very like, that's why I like Blade Runner too. I like any time where the person you're actually supposed to hate brings a bit of humanity, and you go from like, that guy's I fucking hate that guy, I'm rooting for him to actively get killed by the hero, to a degree where you like, sometimes they make the heroes seem like the bad guys too, because they're
I would argue that
it's very complex. It's so cool.
Blade Runner is the Roy Batty movie. It's the first. I think it's like the only time that like I can think of in that where you are caring more about the villain's journey than you are the hero's journey.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
To be honest, like I totally agreed with you. I was like, I love those scenes with Samson just wandering the countryside.
It's great.
And like having these internal conflicts, but completely without any dialogue.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy how good it is.
Yeah, that's
it's
good
like
filmmaking.
That takes a lot. And you're seeing this fucking thing's dick hanging out, you know? There's a lot going against the story, you know?
That's right.
For some reason, it like can get over all those things.
The kind
it's
of thing that
you
get caned for that in Singapore.
Don't be going around with your dick hanging out in Singapore. They'll cane that thing right up.
This is for showing dick. Smack. Smack.
It's for showing dick.
But I'm a nude model. It's my job. I was an art model. No. Smack.
I like that. It was even like a legal term for a penis. It was like,
this is for showing dick. Holy shit.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I'm so glad to hear you liked Bone Temple, man. I knew you would.
Well, I pretty much saw it because you were championing it. I had read a lot of like bad reviews and saw that it had a short theater run, so I was like, maybe I'll just wait and see. And kind of like, I was like, I don't want to lose a couple hours of my life if it's a stinker. But after you were talking about how great it was, I gave it a shot. So thank you. Otherwise, I honestly would have just given up on it, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, man. No, I'm glad you gave it a shot.
And I'm glad it's a fucking dope-ass movie, too.
Fucking solid movie. It's so far, it's my favorite horror movie I've seen this year. I'm hoping soon to add another one to that list. But it's rough out now. It's rough right now.
Well, we got a whole rest of the year to make up for it. So hopefully these next batch of horror films will be fucking dope. Man.
We need to fucking come up with some shit.
Well, the thing is, 2025 was a real banger. So it's like,
I
It
know,
is
just had
competing against
banger
a tough
after
year.
banger. And we're not even getting, there are like horror movies we were supposed to get this year that now we're not getting. Like we were supposed to get Terrifier 4. That's not happening because they're still writing the script, which I appreciate. They're taking their time. They're not just trying to rush it to meet a deadline. They're like, nope, let's get the script right. Yeah, but it's just, I don't know how this year's going to turn out. So far, it's been a little weird for horror.
But there's some great shit that's about to pop off. So
Yes, I have high hopes for Hokum.
oh, me too. Yeah.
That's pretty much it for me. The other stuff I watched, I can kind of just wait to discuss, but those are my big ones. Do you have anything else for Rex?
I think that's it for me. Yeah. I'm all done.
This is for showing dick. Schmack. Schmack. Hey, all right, that's it for us, people. We're out of here. Peace.
Please.
This is for showing dick.